Hello once again, ladies, gents, and friends. Another beautiful day here in the Algarve, South Portugal, namely Praia da Luz. Unfortunately, tourists, holiday makers, and weekend beach bashers are not the only ones here. The brown algae, originating in Asia, Korea, and Japan, is also here, and has come to stay. This species of algae is extremely invasive and has caused a negative impact on tourism, wildlife, and the local fishing industry, who now catch more weed than fish and spend more time cleaning nets and boats than handling their catch. Rugalopteryx okamurae is the scientific name and is wreaking havoc on the Algarve and unfortunately shows no signs of slowing down. The origin of this problem is yet to be discovered, but undoubtedly, us, the wonderful human being, are the culprits. Unfortunately, as a species, we do indeed have our downfalls, and Mother Nature ends up with the bill. Fishing lately has been terrible due to these conditions, and I am in need of some positivity. Enough doom and gloom. Look at all those people at the beach laughing, smiling, enjoying themselves. I think I will join in. As you can see, besides the algae, the visibility is also very bad. The southwesterly winds we have had recently are to blame. What a beautiful scenery. I could definitely get used to this. We have this on our doorstep, but rarely take advantage of all the spectacular things we take for granted. Let's have a go on the wave runner. I need to do some prospecting to see where the fish are. I know, it's a terrible job, but someone has to do it. I'm sorry for the screaming and laughing, but we are having the times of our lives. The things we have to do in the name of fishing. Terrible. we did it. Mission accomplished. Fish spotted. Shoals of mackerel. You will not be able to see through the video, but believe you me, I know what I was looking for and what I could see. Perfect. I now know my game plan. Inspired by the thought of the fish are indeed here, just out of reach from shore. I got to work on my kayak. Realizing that my pyrotechnics or flares were out of date, I had to make a quick rush to the shop in Spain. Got them. Now let's head back. Okay, next morning and ready to go. Just launched the yak. A little choppy today, the sea. Makes things a little interesting. I have not yet installed my transducer for the fish finder, therefore need to rely on seabirds and any possible visual assistance on the surface. As it is choppy, there is little surface evidence. But I have to find those fish. It's always the same fishing. The art of fishing is knowing where they are. As I am in motion, I will start with a little trolling until I get a hit or find a suitable place. Easier said than done. The sea is a big place. I have no pedals, no motor or means of propulsion, just good old manpower. There is something unique about kayak fishing and the fact of being so close to the water. You become one with the sea. Today I will be using my Daiwa Legalis Sea Bass 3 meters 20, 14 to 42 grams casting weight. Armed with a sabiki or mackerel feathers, I altered and adapted for this kind of fishing. In Portugal, you cannot fish with more than 5 hooks, so I removed 2 from the 5, and instead of placing a lead weight, I placed a small 30 grams metal lure. A deadly combination and very, very effective. And still within the casting weight recommendation of the rod manufacturer. This looks as good a place as any. After casting, I let the lures sink a little, then retrieve. Remember to try keep tension on the line all the time to prevent wind knots. Thankfully, it is overcast. The sun is more intense on a boat or kayak. I am fishing about 1 to 2 meters off the surface. That's where the fish will be in the water column. Your retrieval speed will dictate this. A quicker retrieve, the less the lure sinks and the nearer to the surface you will be. The slower the lure sinks a little more and a little deeper you fish. The help I was waiting for. Seabirds gathering. I need to follow the signs and try catch those fish. And finally, a fish on.
Fish on.
A treble hookup. Not too bad. What a way to shed the blank. For those whom take on this type of fishing, you are aware that movements on board are restricted. You cannot afford to lose balance and overturn the vessel. Everything has to be done very cautiously and thought through. The clutch on the rod should be loose, so you can pull the line towards you to remove the fish. This is why I placed my rod holders where I did, as I explained on my other video. What absolute peace. Only the waves slapping the kayak can be heard. Beautiful. It is not easy to do anything on board, especially undo knots. You have to keep concentrated on balance and your environment. And all I can think about is the fish I am not hooking. Finally. have drifted a little too far from where the fish were whilst taking knots out of my rig. A little correction is needed to get back into the fish. I will have that rod bending again any moment now. And we are on.
Shot. Voilà, that's it.
And we are off. It happens. It didn't take long. That rod bending and real clutch. Music to my ears. This one is having a go. What a nice little fight.
C'est jackpot.
Hooked on the little 30 grams lure as the weight, with a natural sardine colour. Irresistible. An absolute proven killer for this kind of fishing. This one was hooked on the feathers.
Again. Vamos. Allez. Okay.
Another quick position correction. Good exercise indeed. And we found them again. straight away. When you find the fish, you are in. The problem is finding them. Another treble. This is great fun. Mackerel fishing is underrated. I love it. For the size of them, they put up a good fight. It is one of the healthiest fish you can eat, and they are in abundance.
Daqui assim.
Time to call it a day. This is the safest way to land the kayak in these conditions. A little tricky, but doable. Operation was successful. Plenty of fresh fish. Enough for everyone. And most important of all, I went fishing. There is something about kayak fishing that is simply unique. The proximity to the water, the one with nature, I don't know. And it is hard to explain, but I really recommend and enjoy it. What a lovely day.